How would you like that
Absolutely.
worded, sir?
Balboa, can you put
I
that in
need
the
you to.
comments, please?
Balboa is not a part of this debate.
Well, I can't spell the word, but really? Hold on, let me try to look it up. But it's literally the guy was refuted by the Canadian government. You know what I mean?
Fact checkers, are y'all on point for this?
Okay. As far as I don't know if you want me to address each point, but I'm gonna just say as far as
Nope. I
no,
want you to make sure that you're on point with what he needs for you to find.
the gas chambers, right?
No, the lecture report that she
No.
cited as a source.
He can't tell what he wants her to find. So how would that work?
No,
Well,
I just
he has to put it as he has to put it in as what it is that he wants to be checked. So yes, he wants her to
yes.
look
So
up
yes,
the Lecter report.
yeah. It's
Balboa
okay. So
spelled it in the
LE,
comments, even though again
right?
she's not a part of this debate.
Hey, I don't want to.
I simply said
Hey,
what was
song.
her
What's up,
sources. She
Strong?
mentioned that.
Can I appeal to the moderator real quick?
Yes,
No.
go ahead.
All right. So song. I'm not sure. So I really want to know. Um, on his calling cap, right, on the thing, flag on the plate, a fact that she stated he wants to refute that fact.
Yes,
What is the fact?
yes.
I'm still unclear of what the fact
The
is.
fact
That the
that
lecture
and the,
report
no,
is
let me explain. I
solid.
asked her.
Oh, okay.
I asked her for her sources. Somebody's background's crazy, bro. I asked her for her sources, and hello, as a source, she mentioned out of her mouth the lecture report, of which was refuted and debunked. Actual court. So Leuchter report in Canada. Type the word Canada, and you'll see the whole report of which it was debunked. It was a lie. So that's
All
why I threw a
right.
flag in the
So
place.
seems like the fact check would be the validity of the lecture report, and that would be what I know. Foreign is a fact checker. I'm not sure who the other fact checker is, but
Dom.
can we figure out what the lecture report is, and then we need to figure out how valid the lecture report was as a fact check.
It was in courts. It was in the courts, the court documents. Point is, she used the lecture report. I said it was debunked because in Canada, literally, it was refuted. It went to court. The man lost in court. That's not Google. That's just actual reports. That was her source. That's what she stated. That's why I threw a flag on the play.
All right.
Okay, so
While the
you're
fact
saying
checkers looked at oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that Cool and Haitian is saying that the lecture report is false and it was an invalid report, as you know,
Yes.
it was submitted as
And
fact originally,
yes,
but it's actually not a valid, source
yes,
of anything.
yes,
So let's
exactly.
get it.
Because it was actually
I
debunked in
am
the
saying
courts.
he did have to, in fact, pay a fine for his actions.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. Give me
Because
a
it was a
minute.
lie.
Mm, mm. Okay. Okay. So,
What's up, kids? So what are you thinking?
um, can you? I would just like to see what both of the fact checkers have found. I'm going to give you all the opportunity. So I'm going to give you all a couple of minutes because Dom is in the blind. Hey, Yogi. She's probably looking up the information for 2 or 3 sources on the
Oh,
validity of what
Dom.
we're talking about here. Yeah, Dom, she's the other fact checker. I would like to give you all a minute. And Vnonymous, are you there?
In the meantime, in the meantime,
In the meantime, all
after
right.
party on the one west side of the app, y'all come check me out. Cool and Haitian, Anonymous, y'all definitely invited.
I'll be
We
there.
we go we can get to it. We can get to it outside of these spaces. Y'all just
All right. So if y'all can see right there, even if the gas chambers did in fact exist, this is his whatever lettering. All right. This is the whole lettering. Y'all can see the whole report. This
Yeah.
is what she's stating where she got her information from. Anonymous, yes or no?
Good night.
So it
Bye-bye.
is very blurry. It's very
Can't see.
blurry.
I
So
try
do
to
you
take
have
a
That's not
another?
picture
letting
of it. Yeah.
not letting me
Oh,
zoom it in.
30
okay.
seconds.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, that's I think once the fact checkers get their information, I think we just should move on because
Well, she posted in the comments. It says that it was misleading, and
Who did? Because it's the
Thank
queen.
you.
She's
Thank
not
you.
a part of the debate.
Yeah,
So
Okay, well,
we're
she
whoever
only
has
whoever
certain
recognizing
information.
fact checks from Dom and Foreign, the two fact checkers.
Okay, well, can
not
we put
only
in the
that,
comments?
not only that, but none of the people that's on the panel should comment about it. Because
Okay.
that's part of it's part of the debate.
So
Yeah.
basically, once
Right.
it's proved in the courts that she basically used an invalid source, is that a point for me, or how does that work? What's the point of this question?
Um.
The judges
All
have
right.
the right to make their own decision because she been saying that they was lying the whole time.
All right. So the judges definitely will have to make the decision on whether or not we are able to bring up at least 2 to 3 sources to prove their point. The point will be removed if allotted from the person who was wrong. So if you were wrong, Vnonymous, the 15 points will be removed from you. If you were wrong, Gene, then 15 points will be removed from you. Nothing is awarded. Okay?
Okay, I get it. I get it.
All right.
I mean, it's
All
how
right.
long does it take to fact check? It's in the courts.
Well, I'm
Well,
not supposed to be waiting. I'm supposed to continue the debate. So, Vnonymous,
oh,
could you
okay.
please ask your next question? I'm waiting for the 2 ladies to come up with their information. When they come up with the information, that's what I'm gonna give them a minute because I'm gonna need for them to find more than one source of the same information. 2 to 3 witnesses. You all are allowed to share your screens. Foreign is putting it up as a on double tapping her screen, but it's really hard to see it. If you can make that bright as possible and read the pertinent information, that is extremely pertinent about this whole situation. Because nobody can read that. I don't know if anybody else, but we can't read it.
Yeah, it's blurry.
We
I'm
can't
just
see
waiting
it.
to hear what they have to say about it. I mean, it's in the courts, but
Okay. Yeah, it says these facts as far as the Lucha report, allegedly a watershed is understanding whatever the camp name is called. In fact, nothing more than an attempt on concealed beneath an academic looking smoke screen of grass analysis and calculation at misinforming readers who have no access to the scholarly literature or who are looking for precise of the source conclusion. So yeah, it's some
Read that
conspiracy.
again. Read that again.
I'm gonna drop it off in the comments.
basically, 15
No, no,
points
no,
need to
no,
be
no,
deducted
no, no,
from her.
no, 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 no. You already had your opportunity to speak.
I'm finna send it
Not
to
right
you,
now.
Kiss.
Why you say mute
No, it's
sound,
not.
Graffiti?
Because your background is wild. It's like you got a kind of a weird echo. Um,
Oh, okay. Hold on.
all right. So again, but not foreign, if you could, I need another source from you. Oh my gosh, I can't. All right. All right, what does that say, Dom? Uh-oh, you on mute. You gotta come back out and unmute yourself.
Can I
Hello?
or no?
Yeah, you got to drop too. Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
got her.
it said it was junk
Hold on,
science.
hold
Same
on,
thing with
hold
farm.
on, hold
What
on,
is
hold on, hold on,
what
hold
she's
on,
done?
hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. It's not a waste of time. This is what we have to do.
No, but they already
Because
proved it already. What she's saying was a
I
lie. I mean,
I can't I
I'm
cannot
mute.
you have to go through the facts.
Yeah, we're going through both fact checkers. So one fact checker spoke, and then the next fact checker is gonna speak before you say what anybody decided. Shut up.
Dom, you gotta come off mute. You gotta back down and come off mute. When you go
I don't know
there,
why it's telling me to come off mute when I'm trying to share my screen.
go into
You are off mute.
go into
Just do it
your
again.
But like, how do
right, go
I?
into your
Why is
screen
it not?
share. I'm trying.
Just do the screen
I'm
share
gonna
again.
explain it. And then push the unmute button when you get to where you can see your screen, because it kind of like automatically mutes you when you go into screen share sometimes. So yeah, you just missed it. Yeah, you're on mute. You're off mute.
We
Good
can hear
job.
you.
Okay, so
Good
it says
job.
that the lecture report is junk science and that his methods were flawed and his conclusions were basically false. And every time that I look it up, it really says the same thing. It's like pseudoscience and that
Y'all
his
see that
reports
source?
weren't true.
That's the ADL,
Yep.
so that's the Anti-Defamation League. So that's another Jewish farm source. That's a
Mm-hmm.
known fact. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of hard. This is a really hard. This is going to be so hard because the Anti-Defamation League is definitely
What about the
Mm-hmm.
What about
Canadian
the
court
Canadian court
documents?
documents?
Also
What's the
Jewish.
okay.
Hey,
Mm,
I think we could
mm.
leave that up to the judges. She
Yeah,
said
we're gonna have to leave
she's
that
all
up to them.
On them people's information. He said it's
All
not a
of them were
valid
saying the
source.
same
He
thing.
could
It's
back
not a
up
valid
what
source for
he's
what happened.
claiming, but they are some
Okay.
of the same stuff that she's already said was
It's junk.
was like you know what I'm
It
Remember,
has
saying? She
remember.
been
already claimed
discredited.
it's just what you believe. Do
Thank
you
you,
Hey,
believe them
Corn. It's
sources
been
or not?
yes,
thank you,
it's
Corn.
been
It's been
it's been
discredited. What she used as a
It's
source
been
was
discredited,
discredited.
and that's what I wanted to show
it's
Yo,
been
everybody.
everybody don't need to be
discredited.
talking.
The
Let's go to
It's
the
actual
next
been
question.
Japanese commanders
yeah,
at the
it's been
camp actually
discredited
went.
by
Oh,
Jews.
hello. I know you heard him speak. Everybody doesn't need to talk at the same time. Please do not tell the co-host to hush. Don't do that. So again, let's go off into it. Bonnie Tay is a judge. Bonnie Tay, humble and Psalms. What say you?
Yes, I was gonna say that the judges should have been at least have some basic knowledge on the topic. So when it comes down to this, they will just have to make their own conclusion based on what has been brought forth instead of going back and forth about this.
You're a judge. What say you? Humble?
Well, I've already made my own conclusion, so any other riffraff, I'm not even paying attention to.
Oh my god.
So
All
what say
right.
you about the fact check?
So we heard everybody's, case. Can we move on, kids? What is the next part of this
No, we
debate?
cannot move on. I need to know what's the deal with this fact check. There
Flag
has
on
to
play.
be right. I need to know what y'all saying. Yeah, everybody on the panel needs to know what you guys are saying. It's either yes or no. Is it a false? Is it false or is it true?
Everybody
Humble?
need to.
No,
Oh,
bump between you,
it's
bonus
a
A,
it's
and
a
the moderator.
a false doctrine is what it's saying.
Okay.
Is what I'm
Thank
All
you.
hearing.
right. So
Yes,
one judge says nay,
yes,
it's wrong, it's false.
false. It's falsified and was proved by the courts to be a fabrication.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah,
That's
by the
15
Jews.
points on you, Vnonymous. Moving on to the
By
next
the
question.
Jews.
Vnonymous, ask your question of Gene.
Mm. What do you have to say about the German officer that was in Auschwitz and said that it was fake and it was a lie and then got arrested? Because if we're going to sit here and say the Lecter report was false, claimed to be false by the same Jews in the same court systems, when a German that's working in Auschwitz says it's fake, and then she gets arrested by those same Jews in the court system.
Okay. I will need to know first of all who is this officer's name so we
All
could
right,
fact check
I'm getting it
whether or
right
not.
now. Hold
All
on.
right.
You don't just find it. Just go find it, V.
No,
Go
no, I
find it
can't
because
find it
we
because
don't know
she's
who
the
this
one asking me the
person
question.
is.
So I want to make sure I clarify
I
it.
know
How
I'm
does that
telling
work?
her to go find it because
Okay.
in when you any case like that, don't just come ambiguously with just anything. It's like you gotta lay it down like you're asking a question
Right.
and nobody knows who you're speaking about. So we
Thank
Nah,
you.
don't know. We all sitting here now we gotta wait another 2 or 3 minutes to wait for you to ask this man and find this lady name. We don't know this woman from a can of paint.
or he could have
Okay.
just
Yes.
said, "I don't know who you talking about."
And I
Yeah,
don't
Exactly.
know
that's
who
he
she's talking about
did. I
either.
don't
And
know.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Make you about
That's
it.
his answer then.
That's my answer. I don't know who you're talking about. So there's no
All
fact
right,
checking based
I'm
on
gonna
that.
get
I have
it
no idea
right
what you're talking
now.
about.
Relax. All right, I'm
See,
gonna get it right now. Relax.
this is the thing, Anonymous. You asked your question. He don't know what he's talking about.
And
Literally was your
he
question.
didn't. When he asked my question, he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about either.
I sure did
No,
know about
but
the
I'm
lecture
saying
report. What
Yeah,
you
you only knew about
he
it because Balboa sent it to you.
Yeah,
You ain't
it's
know
you ain't
shit.
know
it
about it. The
that
audience put it in. That's crazy.
talking about? No,
but
no, no.
but this
She
is
mentioned it before.
so like it.
It doesn't
This
15
is
points. And what she her question is down to
Yeah,
27
yeah,
points.
we'll figure it all out, like who lost
Yeah,
moderator.
we
what,
know.
right? But we
Thank
yeah,
you.
we'll figure out who lost what. But right now, Kiss, I'm confused on who's next, right? Because he called the challenge on the play
Gene.
during. So
Yeah,
Anonymous
who's
she
just
asked
asked
the
next?
a
question
question.
and he answered. He answered
But
the question though.
Anonymous
Okay, so
asked the question,
this
and
is
what
it.
else did you say,
About the
Kiss?
report. This man asked me a question about the German officer. Who is she talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold on,
Cool and
cool. We're just
Haitian.
trying to figure out the order.
We
Every time you
understand
Order.
that.
guys, every time you guys are talking over the host and the co-host, I'm deducting points as a judge. I'm not playing around. Can't do that.
Big head ass.
It's
How
in
you
the
gonna
Listen,
rules.
deduct points from other people who never
It's in the
deduct
rules. It's in the
anything?
rules. She said it at the beginning of the thing.
don't interrupt. No interruptions. You're gonna say
Yeah.
Africans don't play. Listen, Anonymous. When you ask, and this is to both of you all, when you all
Yeah.
ask your questions, have your questions laid out. Like you're quiet right now. You all should have been thinking about your questions and have them asked out to because
My phone.
basically he answered your question. We don't want to have to wait, right? We don't want to have to wait till you to get this information. So with that being said, he did answer your question. He don't know who you're talking about. So I'm gonna move along. Moderator, what you think?
Yeah, I think we should move along.
All right, Jean, it's on you to ask her a question.
Thank you. I came fully prepared. The second question I want to ask her
What
is
the fuck
this.
you doing?
Okay. Why this is a third time? Hey, man, I can't. She's this 3 times she's interrupted me, man. I've done it not one
And guess
time.
what? Every
Don't give a
time
fuck.
you all interrupt, you all will lose points. It's
But when
okay. Be
when he
cool.
interrupted, you didn't take shit.
Oh my God.
And this is
I
what I'm
never
talking about.
interrupted.
Debate is
I
over,
never
so
interrupted. It's my turn to speak.
I
It's my
I
turn
don't
to
know
speak. I
why
Hey,
you
never
come
all
on,
are
let's
interrupted.
get to these
arguing
questions. Let's get to
when
these
Cool and
there's
questions.
Haitian.
moderators
Honestly, bro, like you addressing
and
her
cool.
interrupting you when you can just continue because you ain't gonna stop her from
Thank
What?
you.
interrupting you.
That's
So
how that
continue.
works. So she
I
could just.
don't
I'm
need
supposed
you
to just.
to.
Yeah,
I'm
the
telling you
judge
Oh
this
already
man.
because
said he
I
was going
don't.
to deduct points.
What do we need you to
We
talk
trying to
about it
tell you
for?
how it
Just
works, bro.
Because
continue
it's throwing
and
me
ask.
off. It's throwing me
Well, let
off.
it
That's
throw you
why.
off on mute. Handle your
Okay, I'll go on
affairs
mute.
within yourself. Within yourself, you can handle that. Now let's go. Now she didn't dropped off the panel. Come on back up, Anonymous. I don't know where she went. Let me find out. Maybe she had a glitch. Come
Yeah.
on, Anonymous. Come back, girl.
I know I was glitching
Y'all
out for
gotta
a minute.
chill. Oh my gosh, me too. Let me find out, girl. You have
I
me
think
sit here.
The Jewish people gotta. Y'all better check on her.
They didn't put her in the gas chamber. There we
In
go.
the gas chamber.
Hey, y'all know me. I'm gonna say whatever. I'm so here for it. All right, Anonymous. You asked your question, coolest. Now it's time for you to ask your question. Go ahead
Thank
with
you.
it.
Thank
hmm
you.
so he's not gonna answer
Based
the
on
question.
Jesus
Pause
Christ.
for the call. You're not
This is
under.
crazy,
Don't say
man.
nothing, please. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, the best thing to
What?
do is mute when you it ain't your time. That's the best
It's
thing
your
to do.
turn.
Okay,
you.
yeah, I forgot.
Now, if you want to ask that on your next round because you have a proper name and source, that's exactly what you can do. But he said he don't know who you talking about. That's the answer. Because we trying to just move along, right? I'll be complaining, oh, these debates take forever, they so long. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Come on. Y'all stop doing me like this. Next question. Cool, go ahead and answer question now.
Okay, this question, for us to understand the premise of this question, is because she stated that the Jews were responsible for communism, and I want to ask a question based on that. Yes, indeed, they were responsible for communism, but and this is a yes or no question. Yes or no, are the Jews also heavily involved in capitalism as well as communism? That's a yes or no question.
Anonymous is on you. You got 2 minutes to answer.
Um, that's a rhetorical question.
Not a rhetorical question, Vnonymous.
It's a yes
Yes,
or
it
no
is.
question.
Why do you think it's a rhetorical question, Vnonymous?
That's
Donnie stopped.
Because he knows there's Jews in the United States, and the United States has capitalism. So what is it? What the
So
hell?
you're assuming what he knows based off what he said, and you don't want to answer his question because you think that it's
Psalm, but just
rhetorical.
answer the question.
so
Was
yes
it a
or
yes or
no.
a no?
Yes.
Are you going to elaborate?
Nope.
Good
Wow.
job. All right, Anonymous, your turn to ask the question. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Mm-mm.
I don't have questions. Like, I don't even know why we doing this. I thought the audience was going to ask questions. I don't have no questions for him.
That's the
You
next
should
round,
have.
Anonymous.
Come on,
I didn't have no questions
Anonymous.
written down.
You should have questions. You heard a
Well, you
lot
didn't
of things
remind
that
me
you
that, so I
What
didn't have
was
no
your
questions.
reason
Oh,
for
shit.
debating him?
Okay, there it is.
What do you
Psalm,
understand
Psalm,
that?
I'm asking
Psalm,
the same
What the hell is
Psalm,
question.
going on with
I'm
y'all?
asking the
Psalm.
What do you mean
Don't do it.
Psalms? Like what?
you're getting annoying,
Just
Sam.
stick to
The
the
same
script.
question
How am
versus
I
Stick
being
to it.
annoying?
here you
Stick
go.
to it.
German
Stick to it.
nationalist and Nazi activist Ursula Haberbach dies in prison at 96. She spent the last 20 years of her life in prison for denying the Holocaust, and she was a German soldier in Auschwitz.
All right. So you went back on something instead of asking your next question.
Yes, I'm
Is
asking the question
how?
of how
What are
can a
we?
German soldier working in Auschwitz
Okay.
go to prison in the Holocaust knowing she was at Auschwitz?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Jean, do you hear the question she's asking you?
That round. And quite frankly, I could go into a rabbit hole about that question. She passed that round, she lost. She did not really want to answer the question. It's on her now to ask me a question of which she says she doesn't want to ask a question. So since she doesn't want to ask one, I'll ask her a third
I'm
question.
just
Anonymous, do you
asking.
have a question for
She
me or
just
not?
asked you a
I
question.
just asked the question.
What was the question? It's the same one she asked me before that. Oh my God.
You
What was the question?
asked, and now you
Answer
said you
now. She
wanted
got
the
the person.
name, and you wanted the
Thank you.
name, you wanted the picture, so I brought up the fucking name in the picture.
Okay.
Okay,
First of
See?
so
all, I'm going to answer it like this. You brought up the name, listen to this, guys, of a supposed German soldier
Oh
who
my
was at
god.
Auschwitz, who got convicted, right, and went to prison and died. And so, what exactly is your question? Is that person lying, or what's the question here? I mean, I'm glad this is being recorded. What exactly is the premise of the
How does
question?
a soldier in Auschwitz claim that it's fake and you continue to deny that she's telling the truth, as opposed to the courts, the Jewish courts that are telling the lies? How do
Simple,
you not believe
because
a German soldier that was at Auschwitz?
Thank
I
you,
don't believe her.
Anonymous,
I don't
for
be,
your
I don't believe
clarification.
I don't believe
Because
that
people
German
lie.
soldier at Auschwitz because I'm not going to conceptualize with you whether or not the person was lying, but I will give you the fact. The fact is, a lot of other soldiers came out. They were called POWs, and there was something called a trial of Nuremberg, and they were hung. So guess what? That's what happened to that person. So the courts ruled, international courts ruled, and she lost in court and went to prison. So that would answer your question right then and there. So how do I answer? I answered simple fact that she was lying, and the courts, historically speaking, found her guilty. We're not going to have a conspiracy. She was found
But
guilty in the courts of
can,
law. That's how I
can I
answer.
respond?
No, you can't
Absolutely
respond.
not.
What the
All
hell?
right.
Yo,
What the
have
fuck
y'all
is
not
wrong with
looked at
Absolutely
you?
any of
not.
it? There are
So what
plenty
the
of
fuck are we
debates
doing?
Absolutely
on
not.
debate.com.
What
There
are
are
we
plenty
doing
of
this for?
debates on debate.com. This happens the
What are
same
we
way
doing this for?
every single time. At the end of
Every
it,
single
you ask a
time.
question, you
No,
get
I
2 minutes
have
to
never
answer the
seen you
question.
guys make the fucking debater against debater ask questions. It's always been the comment in the
It's
Look,
comments.
every
to
debate.
keep it simple,
It's every debate.
he answered your question. It is over. We
Thank
move
you,
on to the
Tom.
next part of the debate. We are done with all of that back and
All
forth.
right.
What question we on? Number three? This
Cool.
is number three for
Look
cool,
at
This
right?
is
Balboa
cool.
on
This
Google like a zombie.
You got two more
um
questions, Vnonymous.
yep, cool. This
It's your turn
question
to
too.
ask your third question, and then let's
Yes.
get
Well,
this.
I was
This
going. I
was a
was
good
going to mute up.
debate. Let's keep.
So my third question is simple. Um, how do you differentiate between propaganda and truth? And is Joseph Goebbels listed by the rest of the world as a minister of
You can't
propaganda?
ask two-part questions.
Okay, fine. I'll ask. Okay, my
Not
bad.
two-part questions.
I'll ask a one-time question. Was Joseph Goebbels the minister of propaganda of Nazi propaganda? Yes or no?
According to your Google, yeah.
I mean, that answer suffices for me. We can move on.
No, you can't. You
That's a yes.
can't talk. It's her 2 minutes. She get to elaborate or
Oh,
not.
it's 2 minutes. Okay, go.
Yeah, yes, 2 minutes to elaborate.
She said, according to Google, she answered yes or no. Are you going to elaborate, Vnonymous?
Notice how he keeps bringing up the same person. It's always the same name. There's no one else giving out propaganda. It's just him, just one white person giving out propaganda. You keep believing these Google lies over here. Balboa in the comments. Psalms mute. You keep Balboa in the comments over here. Google's are facts. And then when I said, the officer, why would the officer stay in jail? And because people lie. But who's writing Google's facts? Does the people writing Google lie? Like, what are we doing? You guys are contradicting yourselves, and you believe in these lies from Google. You have no other search engine you use. You just rely on Google for the rest of your life. So show me another propagandist. You can't. You rely on this Joseph, whatever the fuck his name is.
All right, Vnonymous. You finished?
Mm-hmm.
All right, your turn to ask the question. Your
Yeah.
turn.
So it's Vnonymous's turn to ask a question in cool Haitian, correct?
Yes, it is.
I don't really have any
Not
questions.
you just asked the question in your statement.
It
I
was a
know what's
rhetorical
going on.
question.
That it shouldn't have been
Again,
rhetorical. It
if
should
I
have been
can
for
help
real. And
out,
you,
if I
jeez.
can help
Uh,
out, Vnonymous, what
Nah, you
Nope.
can't do that.
Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
what
nope.
whoa. We're not
what
this
helping
part
her.
is
was
stupid. I don't like this
Nope.
part. This part is stupid.
No, you can't do that.
That's on
part
you.
is
That's
stupid?
your fault.
All right, you can't
It's
force
not
me to ask
so.
questions.
You
No,
cannot.
Okay.
you
Next,
can't. We
G.
can't. We can't. Are
You can't.
you skipping
Moving
your
right
question?
along.
You have an opportunity to grill your opponent. Are you skipping this part of the debate? That's what you're saying?
uh,
You can't think of nothing you want to ask him to prove your point.
Not the white
I
flag.
already proved my point.
All right, so do you want to skip your question? Because he got one. Y'all both got one more question after this. If you skip your question, then he can just ask you another question.
Why were the doors made out of wood?
Cameras on.
Was that
Can
the
you
question?
explain how gas can be held into the gas chambers with wooden doors?
All right, let me know when you're done so I can answer you. Are you done?
Yeah, because that's a two-part question. And again, I didn't allow it for him. I'm not going to allow it for you. Pick a
Right.
question.
Explain how gas can be held in a gas chamber with, or not explain. How can gas be held in a gas chamber with wooden doors?
Well, simple. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. This is part of the what? That same doctrine that she brought up. That was proven to be false. Simple and plain. It was proven to be false. Those wooden doors were not the ones of which the people were murdered. We just went through the doctrine. We just went to the lecture doctrine, where that was the same premise of the lecture doctrine. It was wooden doors. So you asking me a question, going back to the first question that you lost, that the fact checkers saw that you lost. So to answer your question, so you could understand, those doors didn't exist, Vnonymous. It's made up. Hence why it was debunked. Thank you. And I
All
do have
right.
questions too, by the way.
There was a flag on play. Anonymous, do you want to state why you threw your flag?
Because he needs to prove, and that wasn't only in the lecture report. The doors were in other. Stop it. He needs to show proof that the doors weren't wooden, because they were.
I'm a little confused.
So, all
Right.
right.
I'm not.
Give me a second,
So are we
Kiss. I'm gonna
trying to
come back on
prove
my
that
other
the
phone. Okay,
doors
give me a second.
were wooden
Strong, can
or
you clear this up? Strong, what happened, bro?
Yeah. So he his response, his answer to the question was that basically because of the Lecter report, there was no wooden doors, right?
Got you.
She's throwing the flag to say that
So that he can show.
wasn't only in the Lecter report. That particular scientist that she pulled or whatever said that, which had nothing to do with the Lecter report. So she's saying that
Got
there
you.
was other reports that say that there were wooden doors. And that's, am I right, Anonymous?
Yeah.
So I guess he would.
No, I understand it now. I
Okay.
understand it now. Let's get it.
Okay, so can I rebuttal since she did a flag, whatever?
Not a
Is it my
fact
turn?
check.
Actually,
The
No,
not
fact
we
for
need the
you. It's for
fact
the
checkers
fact
to
checkers.
step in. Yeah, we need foreign and then Dom to
Hmm.
come and
Oh,
answer.
okay.
You stating that wooden doors were not a thing, and her saying that wooden
Of course
doors
not,
were
because
a thing.
it's an
Correct?
elector report. Of course not. But go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
wooden doors.
I'm gonna post my findings in the comments, but I am gonna state that I
I
do
would
see
love
that
for you to screen share it.
the screen share. Well, I'm
Please.
gonna try to screen share again, but y'all claimed y'all couldn't see my information before.
It's just
So
so tiny. Let's see.
let me try.
Because I won't be able to see it.
Right. I
Let's stop
think
using.
Gene's last remark, I would disagree with him, and then I would also disagree with Vnonymous as well.
Okay.
There were wooden gas chambers.
Thank you.
Okay, but can you explain how you disagree with both of them?
Right. I'm trying to look. Y'all said y'all couldn't see it before, so I'm gonna try to like screenshot it and then screen share.
Okay.
The doors were upgraded
Interesting.
eventually. The fuck?
I mean, I
Boney
don't know.
Tay,
Y'all
did you
said I
just kiss this man? Hey, yo,
Stop kissing
kiss.
people.
What the fuck?
So
Huh?
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me make sure.
That was the
I
wrong
heard
GIF,
understood
man.
what the
Boy,
fact
shut up.
Okay,
checkers
so
said.
this is just basic stuff. This is just a basic. Y'all can like look it up. Okay, so I don't know what the conversation about why we can't have wood on gas chambers, but there's multiple wood on gas chambers here.
Mhm.
I don't know what that argument is about. Sorry. And then Gene said that there weren't no gas chambers at this point. We have articles. Hold on.
I never said there
Just
weren't gas chambers.
oh, you didn't say there weren't no wooden.
Clarification.
No.
He said that there were
Yeah, he
no
did.
wooden doors
Wooden
on gas
doors.
chambers.
That's what she
That's what he
said.
said.
Okay.
Vnonymous is saying that wooden doors are stupid. They don't hold in gas. Gene is saying that there were no wooden doors. The fact check was called on if there were wooden doors or not.
Okay.
And she just told you they
Let me
were.
pull it up on
Kids,
that
stop
actual
eating that
site.
like that. Stop eating that like that.
In the
All right.
meantime, Kiss, can I ask my last question, or do I have to wait?
Mm-hmm. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right, cool. So let the record show she lost two
No, you
out
can't
of
do
the three
that.
questions.
You
Okay, my bad,
can't
my
do
bad, my
that.
The
bad.
record not
No,
gonna
no, no,
show
because
nothing
I'm
that you
I'm
state. The
forgetting.
record go show.
I'm
Just say what you
forgetting.
gotta say.
I'm forgetting that. Okay, I'm forgetting you guys are recording. My bad. And my phone's dying, so I'm trying to get this out. So why were the Jews expelled from 190 countries?
Good question.
It was 109, not 190. And they were expelled because they're disgusting people and they were doing the act of usury. Usury is lending money with interest rates, which is what we're dealing with in America. They also did and practice until this day in child sacrifice ritual abuse. We saw that with the freaking tunnels they found in the Jewish synagogue just 2 years ago, where they're stealing black children and sacrificing them and drinking their blood on Passover.
I did throw a flag
But
in a
you
play. I
guys,
wanted her to
I'm
wait.
not done. I'm not done. Why are you talking? Take his point.
But she paused. I'm thinking she's done.
I'm
Girl, you
not,
trying to
it
win
doesn't
that
matter. I
desperately?
got 2 minutes.
No
Good night.
interrupting. Cool, that's on you. Are you
Go
finished,
ahead,
Anonymous?
Anonymous.
Hold on.
I'm making my panties dry.
What the fuck?
On recording no more. Oh my god, I don't even want to eat that now. Y'all gotta stop.
Here we have the life and miracles of Saint William of Norwich. I sent this to
Got 1
Foreign.
minute.
It is a proof inside of it where in the 1100s they were Jews in Europe and they were sacrificing little children. He wrote the book to expose it to the world because they were about to get kicked out of Europe. I forgot exactly which country, but they were about to get kicked out because they killed his nephew in a sacrifice to Satan because they are the synagogue of Satan. And therefore, you want to sit here and deny the fact that they're having tunnels and stealing our little children for Passover to sacrifice with? That's what's happening. You want to think these people are good? No, they're not. They're the synagogue of Satan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. This um Psalm. Was there a
Yeah.
flag or no? Because I didn't see it. It was.
I believe Cool and Haitian threw another flag, if I'm not mistaken. Cool Haitian, what you say?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he
threw a
did.
flag multiple times. Just in case y'all
Oh,
didn't see it. Yes, I did. Scroll
okay.
the comments.
Can you
I did 3
say
times.
you gotta
All right.
pick? You gotta pick one instance, right? You threw a flag multiple times. Pick one thing that you don't agree with that she said that you would like fact check, so we can go through that.
Okay, so what I don't agree with is the child sacrifice, blood drinking and child sacrifice nonsense. And I'm gonna explain that if I may. Or does she get to explain it? Do I have to explain why I threw a flag on
You
there?
have 1
Why
minute.
you threw the
You
flag?
got 1 minute
What
to
Why
need
you threw the
explain
what need
Okay.
whatever you
flag?
fact
want to
check?
explain. Say what you need to say.
Okay. The reason why, because there's no historical documents for that. The reason why the Jews were expelled from a lot of these countries, mainly in Europe, was because they did not want to convert. Right? They were
No,
set
you can't do
apart.
that.
What do
No,
you mean?
Can't
I'm
do that.
explaining.
no.
What do you mean?
No, you gotta say what she stated that needs to be fact checked.
Right,
That's what you don't get
the
it.
child sacrifice. I was gonna get into that.
Okay, we'll talk about
No, the
that.
fact check is gonna tell you what they come up with. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
fine. I threw a flag because she said that they were sacrificing children. That is
Keep in
propaganda.
mind,
Once
everybody will
again,
get to talk about this. Once the debate is over,
what?
y'all can talk about what was brought out and what it wasn't. This is not the time for that. You just get to
I'm
ask a
explaining
question.
why I
She
threw the
gets to
flag.
answer.
So why?
Go
I'm
ahead.
explaining why I
Go
threw the
ahead,
flag on.
cool. Go ahead,
All right,
cool. So
try it
why did you
again.
throw the flag
Try it
one more
again one more
time?
time.
We can get it out
I
without
got
any
cut off.
interruptions, please. What did you
Thank you.
get? What did you throw the flag for?
I threw the flag because she mentioned they were sacrificing children. That is a lie. There's no historical evidence for that. That's why I threw the flag. That's blatant lie and propaganda.
I'm
That's
sorry.
why I threw the flag.
Who did she say was sacrificing children? Can you be
She's
more
oh my
specific?
God. Okay. I asked the question. I said, why were the Jews kicked out of I said 190, she said 109. She's correct, 109. Then she said in the reason why, because I asked the question, why were they kicked out? Somebody's background's crazy. Oh my Lord.
Psalms.
And then she said because one of her statements was they were sacrificing children. I threw a flag on multiple things, but I picked up on this point because clearly there's no such thing. That was a lie. That was propaganda. So she lied about that once again using white supremacist talking points, demonizing a people so you could murder them. That's why I threw the flag
All
on that
right.
play based on that right there. So the fact checkers, I'm
All
assuming,
right.
are gonna check whether or not kids were being sacrificed and shit.
Hey,
Is
Okay.
there
Kids, I
any
got a
historical
question about
evidence
this.
that the Mhm.
Can can he throw a fact saying there's no evidence for what she said when she pulled the book that she was quoting in her answer?
What?
Well,
So somebody could just make up a book. That's how you fact check books.
no, it's
You can
not.
throw, yeah, exactly. You can throw up a flag on a play whenever you think that something is stated that's not true, regardless of if it comes with the source or not, because sources are not facts in themselves. I can write a source about anything that I will feel like, just like you can sue anybody about anything. That doesn't mean that your lawsuit has validity. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
mean that just because you have a source that it
But
has validity.
all
So
right, we'll talk.
you can
We'll
throw the
talk about
flag
this
on
after the debate.
anything that you would like
I
to throw
got
the
you.
flag on, right? And then we're gonna address the reason why you threw the flag.
Okay,
Okay. So,
that's what the moderator
is there
said.
any historical? Yep.
I still got
Is there
questions,
any
bro.
historical evidence? You do, but I'm laying out the premise for the fact checkers. Ladies, if you're there, is there any historical evidence that the Jews were kicked out of 190 countries because of child sacrifice? So remember, you guys have two things to be checking right now, right? The wooden gas chamber thing and then this child sacrifice thing here. So you guys go ahead and line up that information, Anonymous. I would love for you to ask your last and final question real quick so that we can get this information coming from the fact checkers. So go ahead and ask your final and last question. My cup ain't empty though.
I'm trying to see how to word it. So when these Jews do circumcisions and suck on the penis of a baby, is that proof of phallic worship?
Is she done with a question?
Yes.
No.
Okay. No. And I'll explain